What's going on, my friends? My name is M2Gates, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for the Nintendo 3DS. We're all up last time. We tried to stop Yuga in Hyrule Castle, but we were too late. We were just too late, as we are sent here in Lorule, which is this game's equivalent of the Dark World from Link to the Past. So, as you can see, things are relatively similar to like in the Light World and Hyrule, but fear not, it is not exactly the same. And also, like, this looks very similar to Dark World, but in reality, it is not the same. As you can see right here, there are lots of, like, parts in Lorule where they really want you to stay in one area when you are exploring Lorule. So you kind of have to travel between both Hyrule and Lorule in order to get to different places in order to get to different parts of Lorule and different parts of Hyrule. And that is how you're going to get the rest of the items in this game. Now, just like in Link to the Past, when you get to this part of the game, this is where the game really starts to open up for you, as you're free to explore wherever you want, as long as you have the right items. And it is also where you can do... if you look at the map, there are 7 more dungeons that we have to do. And within those 7 dungeons, you can do most of them in any order that you like. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do... Actually, our next dungeon, one of the dungeons that we can do is actually right over here. But before we do that, I'm actually going to go over here and... Oh man! Let's see what we got here. If you're looking for some easy treasure, you're in the right spot. I call this Fortune's Choice. For 200 rupees, you can open any 3 treasure chests. Your choice, maybe fortunate, maybe not. Might even be a piece of heart. So, for an attempt, it's 200 rupees, which means I have 470. I can only do 2 tries, unless I get lucky here. Like, basically, all these treasure chests right here contains something random. It can either be rupees, it can either be a monster part. It can even be a heart or even a heart piece. It's completely random. And if you don't get the heart piece, then you just gotta hope that you get like enough rupees to make up for your try, which I didn't. I only got a green rupee out of that. So we're gonna go ahead and try again. And unfortunately, I can't really do much about this. Oh my goodness, I got it second try. Okay, let's see what else I get from this. Oh my goodness, a silver rupee. Oh, what do I get here? And another rupee. What? And you can even win a gold rupee. Or a potential chance for 2 gold rupees if you're really, really lucky. So the most ideal that you would want to get out of the chess game is a heart piece and 2 gold rupees. But wow, second try heart piece, that's not something that you see every day. That's actually really lucky considering how expensive chess game is and how very little rupees I have going into it. So, okay, let's go ahead and take on this dungeon since we're here. That means I'm gonna call an end for this video, because we're, like, you know, it's gonna be a short video. Who's there? Nobody gets past me unless you know all the words of the Secret Thief password song. What kind of song is that? I'll start the legs and you finish it. That's it. If you can. Here we go. A smart thief fears the boss's wrath. I'd rather be on a cliff walking a narrow path? Sometimes it hurts too much to care. You know, knowledge is power, but it's really despair. Every time I say I'm leaving, this accursed life sets me right back to thieving. Wow, what a fetching voice. Come on in, buddy. So the way you're supposed to know the words is in the milk bar. There's somebody in the milk bar that actually knows the song, so just go and talk to them, and they'll tell you, like, all the words. So anyway, let's go and take on this dungeon. This dungeon is pathetically easy. Welcome to Thieves Hideout. Never seen you around before. You know, you one of the recruits, eh? Perfect timing. Am I really a recruit, though? Just because I know the words? I'm not really good at thieving here, so I'm not the right guy to recruit, to be honest. Alright, but, yeah, so he's just gonna leave. There's somebody down there. What's that about? Okay, so, yeah, this dungeon's super easy. So we're not gonna be here for too long here. I'm gonna go ahead and, equip this, shoot that. And the puzzles here are relatively simple. As you see, there's an arrow shooting thing. You can actually use a statue to kind of block off the arrows, so that way you can actually push a statue without getting hit by those arrows. And then just go and merge so we can get around those walls there. Go ahead and do that. Oh, actually, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Okay, hold on. Let me do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move this statue out of these bars here. Okay. And I'm gonna position myself precisely. So the ice shot is actually like has a pretty huge hitbox, where you can actually hit that switch from a distance like that. Okay, and then there's one final button. All three of these buttons will be pressed at the same time in order for that door to open. So this is where dungeons get somewhat complicated, but I mean, like I said, the dungeons in this game, they're not very hard. They're not very hard to. Well, this dungeon in particular is not very hard, but like as far as surviving in some of these dungeons, they get kind of tough from here on. Basically, enemies in Lorule, they hit much harder than the enemies in Hyrule. So the game expects you to like pick up a few heart pieces in order to get some heart containers on the way as you're going through the game. So if you're just going through this game without caring about any of the heart pieces, then the game gets really tough from here. But fortunately, since we've been collecting like heart pieces and whatnot, and like other like really cool equipment, you know, we're not too much of a concern with dying. Plus, I think I have a fairy in my bottle, so even if I do die, then I do have an extra buffer of safety. That way we don't like game over or anything like that. Because if we game over, we lose all the items that we're currently renting from Ravio, which is bad. Alright, so here we are to this part right here. We're down to that person. Let's see what you have to say for yourself here. Who are you supposed to be, and how did you get in here? Hang on a second, you wouldn't happen to be looking for some kind of painting, would you? I knew it! That thing must be pretty valuable if the boss went to all of that trouble just to hide it. And now folks are searching for it. Well, I may have accidentally learned where the boss hid it, maybe. That's why the creep locked me in here. Can you believe that? Say, we could help each other out here. If you could get me out of here, then maybe I could help you find what you're looking for, maybe. So get going, I don't want to spend any more time than I have down here. No maybes about that one. Okay, well I don't like the whole maybe thing. I mean, I get you're a thief, so I'm not supposed to trust you, but I don't know, you seem pretty convincing right now. Alright, go ahead and... So these enemies right here are like bombs, like bomb bugs or whatever. If you slash them, then they turn into bombs that you could actually use. And the only convenience of these kinds of enemies is you don't have to equip your bombs in order to, because you can use your regular bombs too, but if you don't feel like equipping your bombs, then those enemies are helpful. Okay. Oh, I defeated those enemies, nice. So go ahead and defeat those red Igor statues. And you'll get yourself a key. So this key is going to be used in order to set that lady out of her jail cell. So we're going to go ahead and get her out of here right now. Thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. That painting you're looking for is hidden on the outskirts of town. I'll take you to it. By the way, where did you learn how to slide in and out of walls like that? That's a little creepy. Maybe you could teach me how to do it. I don't think it's that easy, to be honest. Oh wait, oh yeah, you gotta actually take her with you. Oh. Well, this is not good. We are locked inside. How in the world do we get out? So when she's following you, you cannot dash. Otherwise, you get separated from her. So, wait. She's not on the thing? So now, for the rest of the dungeon, you're gonna be solving puzzles that involve using both the thief girl and yourself. Such as, in order to hit, like, 2 switches at the same time. Okay, and then we come to rooms where you have to basically protect the thief girl. I don't actually know what happens if the enemies actually get her. It seems like it's possible for the enemies to get her, so you just kind of have to keep your distance. Just kind of just be careful here. But, there we go. Took care of those enemies. That was a pretty close call. There's more for where that came from. I'd help you fight, but they took all my gear and armor. Plus, I'd be getting in the way. I'm so hungry, starving actually, so I'm weak and feeble and so on, you know? I don't know if that's an excuse or a lie, but either way, it doesn't really matter. We just got the most important thing is we gotta take her out of here. Now here we are in kind of a deep part of this. Also, when you merge her into a wall, you separate from her too. Hit that switch to allow you to take her with you, but there's actually a little bit more that you have to do than just that. So we're gonna go ahead over here, and then merge into this in order to set that bridge apart so we can actually use it to get further. Let's go ahead and take her with us again. Get out of here. Alright. Set the bar, that will lower the bars so that way we can actually get to here. Pull this lever. And it's actually going to drain all the water out. Alright. Oh, actually, I need this down. Here we go. Okay. We'll go ahead and merge into the walls over here in order to get a silver rupee. Very nice, as we just had a pretty expensive minigame earlier. We gotta take what we can get here. Make up for as many rupees as possible. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave you there for now. Because what I want to do is throw that bomb over there, and I'll raise the platforms upwards. Okay, so there's more of these enemies right here. Gotta go ahead and take care of these guys. Oh, man. Oh, man. Get out of here. There we go. Alright. Hit those switches right there. Now, this is actually completely optional. But this is going to be very useful later down the line. If you don't get this, if you do not get this, then then things might get a little hard. But we get Master Ore. Like I said, completely optional. You don't have to do this, but if you want to make your life easy for the rest of the game, then this is pretty necessary. So then we continue heading up the stairs. I like how, like, when you go up the stairs, she just, like, is wary about if there's something coming or something like that, and then goes up the stairs with you. It's very cautious. Alright, hit that switch down there. And we got more of these enemies right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take her with me. So that way I can actually, like, take her to safety with the best of my ability. There we go. Okay, what is in here? Monster guts. Oh, man. Okay. So we are pretty much almost done here. More of these guys? Oh, guess what you can do here? Hit the switch, and they all fall down. Alright, and then this room is pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and you can deal with the enemies if you like. Kind of helps to get them out of your way. Alright, bring that guy to the conveyor, and so is that guy, and then they all just fall down. And you want to hit that switch there so that way you can actually make it over to the across that room right there. Okay. And then now this part. I'm gonna go ahead and separate from you. Hit this. Hit that. And then blow across, and here we are, back to the bottom half. Alright, so we're actually almost done, really. So, one more side thing. You don't have to do this, but if you go and hit that switch right here, then you can you can get to this treasure chest right here. And this treasure chest contains another silver rupee. So we are already regaining what we've lost from the chess game. And there's one more treasure chest, as you see right there. Ooh, what's this? Oh, more guys. Wow. Oh my god, you like barely touched her. Oh my goodness, that was insane stuff right there. Oh, you dropped a purple rupee? Oh my goodness, life is good. We're cut off! That big door is our only way out of here. Hope you got a key for that, kid. Well, it turns out, so that big treasure chest where we got the master ore does not contain the boss key. So we gotta find the boss key. Where could that be? Alright. Go ahead, hit both of those switches right there. And that's going to move this thing around. And you use this in order to get over to here. And this contains the boss key. Very nice. So now we can actually get to that big door. There's big treasure chests. And from here on, big treasure chests, there will be multiple big treasure chests in these Lorule dungeons. To where they're not going to contain just the boss key. They'll contain something else that's very valuable in order to help you throughout your journey. What gives? Ha 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 ha! Silly girl! Do you actually think I'd let you escape with your little hero? Oh my! Alright, so, this boss, kind of a reminiscence to Blind from Link to the Past. It's very simple. You just go ahead and keep on hitting the, him. The hammer does quite a lot of damage, if you are interested in doing a lot of damage. And now here we are on to the next phase right here, where, it gets rid of the shield. So that way you can just keep on hitting him. You're supposed to dodge his attacks, but I have enough health to where I can just keep on hitting him. And then after enough damage, he's gonna separate its head, making so that way you have to actually dodge the head in order to, and then while hitting the body. The head is invincible, indestructible, so you have to dodge the head whenever the head attacks. But just keep hitting the body. The body can attack, but the body doesn't really know where you're at, so you can just easily hit the body. So that's the boss right there. I know it took more damage than I'd like to, so maybe it's not exactly the proper way to fight the boss without taking damage, but it works, in my opinion. You're looking for that painting, yeah? That one of the kind of younger, elder-looking fella? I like how you describe it. Wow, in this house all along? That's not so hidden, in my opinion. This is the one, right? Don't see what the big deal is. What's so special about this painting? Actually, now that I look at it, it is kind of interesting. I really like the whole flat kind of look going on there. It almost looks like he just walked into the painting and got trapped there, you know? Listen to me, getting all wrapped up in a painting. Anyway, thanks for getting me out of that dungeon. See ya! Alright, and a heart piece is right here, or a heart container is right there. And then, touch the painting? Where am I? You, the blacksmith's apprentice. What are you doing here? And with the master sword, no less. That can only mean that you have rescued me? But I always thought that I was the hero of our day. That I, the one who'd be there for Princess Zelda. It seems that I am only a sage and not the hero. How very odd. Yet now I know my place in all of this. So I pledge my support to your quest, little hero. Thank you for saving me. Now please, find the rest of the 7 sages before it is too late. And I suppose, if you're the hero, then you have more need of this sand rod than have I. I wish I could give it to you as a gift, but truth be told, it's not mine. It belongs to a merchant named Ravio. I rented it, and the deal was that if I fell in battle, well, never mind. I need to get it back to him, but it seemed to be stuck here. So return this for me, would you? And so, yeah, now we have to actually go to Ravio in our house and get the sand rod that way. If you try to go to that house early on, that house would actually be locked. So you actually have to do that dungeon. She will unlock the door for you. You want to do that dungeon first because you want the sand rod. The sand rod is very important in order to explore more of the worlds here. So, with that being said, that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And next time, we're going to be exploring more of Lorule and see which dungeon we're going to be doing next. Because this game is pretty open as of right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.